Hey everybody, welcome back to True North VR. Today we are checking out the head strap with battery pack made for your MetaQuest 3 and 3S by Syntech. This is a made for Meta product. It retails for $60 on their website. In this one we're going to unbox it, I'll show you how to assemble it, use it, and give you my review. Let's jump into it. Okay, so inside the box we have the frame for our head strap there. We have our cord that's going to go from the battery to our MetaQuest 3 3S user manual. We have the back padding with one of the top straps. We have the other horizontal top strap with our padding there. And in this little bag, there's a little plug. That plug is just an extra one, as you can see here. There's a plug already in there. Just if you're using a 3S and you don't need the audio jack spot to be open, you can put a plug in there, but it would still fit either way. So I'm going to be installing it on my Quest 3, so I'm going to need to remove that as part of my installation process. So all of the instructions to install it are right on the box. There actually aren't installation instructions in the user manual. The user manual has other tech specs and suggestions for certain things, so you can still take a look. It's always good to read through that. But let's go through our installation. First we're going to put this together and then we will put it onto our Quest 3 here. So I'm going to take the frame for our head strap here, and we're going to want to put on this one here. Now you can see on our back padding we have an L there, we have an R there. You're going to want to make sure that this top strap is facing the top and not the bottom. And on the inside of this, you can see, oh, I'm focusing on the wrong part. We got R there, and you're going to have an L over here. So just match those up, and you're just going to want to insert those so they line up, and then just push it back in. There we go. We could hear that one go in. Got the other one in. And then on the side here, we have these little straps, and I've actually never seen this before. I'm going to just extend this out just a little bit so it's not overlapping that spot. But here we can fold this over and fold this over, and that's going to keep that padding in place further out, so I guess it doesn't fall back a little bit, and you can do that on both sides here. Interesting concept. I've never seen that before. We do have our top strap, which we will be using in a minute here, but we don't need to do that quite yet. And we will actually, now that I look at this, we will be putting on this after we do attach this to our Quest 3 and our cord and battery as well. So I'm going to grab my Quest 3 here. I've kept on a facial interface and I put on the stock head strap just in case you don't know how to detach it. When you are detaching it, you are going to want to remove your facial interface. This isn't the stock facial interface, but same idea here. You're going to want to pinch on the top and the bottom towards one of the sides because that's where your clip is, and wiggle it back. If it doesn't, oh, there we go. I got one there. There we go. And then do the same on the other side. Take that off. And then that's going to make it easier to get this top strap undone. Be careful when you're taking off this top strap that you're not pulling too hard here, because you don't want to break this little bar in there. I know some people who have done that, and that's something you don't want to deal with. Now to take off the side piece here, make sure you're putting some pressure on the back of the arms here, and there's the extra little plastic here. If you just kind of pop that off just like that, make sure I've got some pressure, and boom, that is now off. And here I'm using the Quest 3, so I'm going to pop out that plug and then just line up the back part here with the back of the arm, and then slowly put pressure towards the front, and you could hear it clip right into place there. We will do the other side as well. Clip right into place. Notice that I haven't put on the facial interface yet. You're going to want to keep that off for a minute. Now we can take this top strap here, remove this bit of plastic so it can unravel, and feed that through where you took out the other top strap from the stock head strap. And I don't know how much I'm going to need right now, so I'm just going to put it to there. We can adjust that later. Can probably already tell from my head that might be a little small, especially with that big pad. I'm just going to bring it down just a little bit right now. Once you've got that in place, you can at this point re-put on your facial interface. You just need to line it up, push in here, here, and then along the bottom, same spots there. Oh, that already clipped in, so we're good to go there. Now for this here, you can detach the pad. Here it is, just Velcro. And what it shows to do is take this piece here where the logo is, undo that. That's going to go around your arm right here. Make sure you can see that. And you're going to want to make sure that it is connected to the side of your pivot, not on top of that pivot. And then you can go around to the other side as well. And whether you want to go on top or below, it does show it below, so we'll do that below. And then we're going to do that same idea here. We're going to take this around and just go up to there for now. Slide that over so it's not right on that pivot point. And then you can replace this pad just underneath. Now I can already tell I'm going to probably need to do some adjusting there. So you can loosen this part, right? If I need more space, I'm going to loosen that a little bit. Maybe bring it up to there instead. And then I might need to just take off that pad and center it a little bit better, but that's going to be a little bit of trial and error with your own head and how it fits. Then our last step is taking our battery here. Now our battery has a clip spot there. That clip is going to go right in there. You could hear that clip in quite nicely. And then we can take the nice orange bright cord that has been given to us here. Unravel that, take off our little plastic covers here on our USB-Cs. One's going to go in the top here by undoing that piece there. And then the other is going to slide down here. We're going to put it through here just for some extra securedness, and then put it right into our headset. Now with this piece here, if we wanted to, if you want it back here maybe, or if you want it closer to the front, what we can do is then use this and wrap this around to hold that cord in place as well. So there's multiple ways that you can keep that cord in place. Maybe you would want it back here. Maybe you want it up there. That's going to be a bit of your own personal opinion. All right, so there is our assembly. This looks pretty intense. I'm really interested to try this out. I'm going to go and use it now, and then I will come back, give you some more specs about weight and all that stuff, and then let you know how my experience was. All right, so I've had a chance to use this. Let's talk about it, do a little try on, go over some things, and give you my review. So putting it on here, make sure that back is loose, tighten that up around my head, adjust this to where it needs to go. There we go. That's a little bit better. We'll move it about right there. Now you can see here that this piece is very adjustable for where you want it on your head and where you kind of want it on these armbands too. You can have it further back or further forward, depending on what works good for you, which is kind of nice. Now I've got a big head, and so I did have to max out this top strap that goes from the back to the front of your head, with it being above the horizontal top strap. If you did put it below, which I did try, then I didn't need quite as much slack. And so depending on the size of your head, might kind of depend where you are putting this top strap. But I did like it on the top, and I'll explain why in just a minute here as well. So overall design, we do have our front and back top strap. It's just leather here on the bottom and just kind of a Velcro material, soft Velcro material on the top there. And then we have our horizontal top strap with our very, very thick padding, as you have already seen. When we get to the back, we got our battery, we got our adjustable knob. Move around the side, we have multiple ways to keep that cord attached, and then we have our pivot points here and on the other side as well that can rotate up, and they can also rotate down. So you have a lot of flexibility with those pivot points, being able to adjust that on the back of your head as you see fit. But as you are adjusting that on the back of your head, make sure you are also adjusting that top strap to get the best fit possible. All right, let's go over my experience and let's go over kind of the main difference here of this head strap is this horizontal top padded strap. Now I've tried one somewhat similar to this with the Quest 2, that was the Syntech, and I did try their Quest 3 version as well. A little bit different though. Theirs was a bit more fixed and it wasn't quite as thick as this one either. This one really can, as you saw earlier, I was able to adjust it almost anywhere on my head there, which gives you a lot of freedom for where you want that pad to be. And here's what I found. When I was able to keep this top strap on the top and the pad below, when I put it on, I found, and adjusted it to the right spot here, I found that it almost started acting a little bit like a halo strap, where a lot of the weight right now is actually being balanced on this top pad. But this top pad is so thick that you can really barely feel it. So there's not as much pressure going on right now on the front of my face that would normally happen with a regular Elite strap. So that is actually a big plus for this. Taking that weight off, again, it's acting sort of like a halo strap without the forehead pad, and now without the forehead redness and forehead sweat. And surprisingly enough, you can barely really feel this. Now, when I put this top strap below the pad there, so I didn't have to stretch it quite as far, and then I could put the back a little bit further down on the back of my head, then I found that that ability was lost because the top strap being stretched over the top is what is pulling and keeping the pressure off of the front of your face. So you do want it to be on top if you want that pressure off. So just a note there. But at first, I didn't know if it was going to work very well or not. But I was pleasantly surprised at how it balances the weight. And once you get it adjusted, it took a few minutes to kind of toying around with it, adjusting the straps. I needed a little bit more space, so I loosened this piece here and kind of pulled it back, and just so I had a bit more slack on this end with the Velcro. But once you get that into a place that fits your head nicely, because everybody's head is a little bit different, I found that for an Elite strap, it deals with the pressure on the front of your face very nicely, and I was impressed. So yeah, that's something to note for an Elite style strap. If we talk about the battery here, now our battery is 10,000 mAh. That's going to get you, kind of depends on what you're doing, but roughly 3 hours of game time, which is a lot, which is really nice. It's a bigger battery, so I was hoping for that extra capacity, which it definitely has. It's comparable to the Bobo VR's hot swappable batteries. Now, this one's not necessarily hot swappable. It is detachable. You could detach it, but it sits up there, and having all that extra battery capacity is really nice as well. The weight of it on the top of your head wasn't too bad. It does kind of sit flush, so like you could rest your head back on a pillow, but like any battery head strap, it's not going to be the most comfortable if people are wondering about that. Overall weight of this head strap, I measured it with the battery attached, without the headset. So just the head strap with the battery attached was about 450 grams. For an Elite style strap, that's a little bit heavier than usual. A lot of that weight is coming from the battery on the back there. The Kiwi Design K4 Boost is 350 grams. It's a lot lighter. Their H4 Boost, their Halo style, is 450 grams. So that's a bit more comparable in weight to that. But since most of that weight is in the back, it does counterweight that very nicely. And it wasn't an uncomfortable extra weight from what I noticed and from my experience with it, especially with the very thick top pad there. Now, when I had that top pad on, I was like, well, why can't more of this padding be made from that top pad, or more facial interfaces be made from that really thick, nice padding? I know it kind of take away the field of view a little bit, but it crossed my mind because it's really nice and really soft. Price point, we're looking at $60 on their website. I will link that for you below if you're interested there. You can always check on Amazon as well. So it is cheaper than some of its competitors. If you think of the Bobo VR E3 Pro, their Elite style strap, that's $80. So this one is $20 cheaper. It is comparable to the K4 Boost. The K4 Boost sometimes is that price. I've seen it for $70. It often goes on sale, so I've seen it for $60 quite often. And so it's right in that comparison as well if you're looking for a solid Elite style strap. But this one, in terms of balancing the weight with that horizontal top pad, it balances the weight better than any other Elite strap that I have tested. So that is something worth noting for sure. If you have any questions about it, make sure to let me know. I hope that I've covered everything here for you. Send a comment, send a message, and I will do my best to help you out in any way possible. If you're interested in purchasing it, I will link those below for you as well. Thank you for watching this one. We'll see you next time here on True North VR.